If you're looking for a pre-owned midsize sedan that's very fuel efficient, well then the Ford Fusion should be on the top of your list. And check out this grille. In fact, the designer of the Ford Fusion is the same designer who worked for Aston Martin. So if you look at the front end of an Aston Martin and you look at the front end of the Ford Fusion, you can see some resemblance. Not bad at all. Very handsome looking vehicle. For 2015, the SE version of the Ford Fusion Hybrid gains a 6-way power passenger seat, so you have dual power seats. Very fuel efficient. This is a nice low mileage example. Most people average 10, 12, 15,000 miles a year. This is 2015 and 2025 with only 60,000 miles, where a lot of these have about 100,000 miles on them. Rear end styling's pretty nice. You got a trunk mounted spoiler, looks great in red. And being a midsize, it's very spacious and comfortable for full-size adults. I'm 6'2", I'm plenty comfortable back here, nice, spacious. These things are fantastic on gas. You'll average right around 44 miles per gallon in the city, 41 miles per gallon on the highway. And that's the thing with hybrids, is that they actually get better gas mileage around town and city than on the highway, where it's just the opposite with regular gas cars. It's pretty peppy too. The hybrid system has a combined output of about 190 horsepower, so fuel efficient. And with regenerative braking, your brakes will last a very long time. The thing with hybrids is that they have an electric motor, so you can actually reverse the polarity of the electric motor, turning it into a generator, using the generator to slow the vehicle rather than the brakes. So that puts that energy back in the battery that you normally lose through heat through braking. So you can recapture that kinetic energy, put it in the battery, and it makes these hybrids that more fuel efficient. The nice dividend of the regenerative braking is you use your actual brakes far, far less. Aside from the Mustang, Ford has pretty much got out of the car business. They basically focus on trucks, SUVs, because that's what pays the bills. That's what more people want than ever these days. Coupes and sedans have kind of fallen by the wayside. Obviously, they keep the Mustang going. It's historic. They've been making it for 60 years. But unfortunately, a lot of great products like the Fusion has been discontinued, and there's nothing really to replace it. So luckily, on the pre-owned market, you can maybe find a nice low mileage example like this in great shape. And who better to buy a pre-owned Ford from than a new Ford retailer like us? Our techs work on these things on a daily basis, and they're very familiar with them. And it's not just Ford. Pretty much the big three. We saw General Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge. Pretty much we saw the big three get away from making coupes and sedans again, because they're just not profitable. They're not charities. They need to make money. They need to satisfy their shareholders and all that stuff. So they have to do what makes money for them. Unfortunately, it's not them really to blame. It's the changing demographics of our country. We just don't like coupes and sedans like we used to 20, 30 years ago. We like big SUVs and trucks and things like that, crossover SUVs. But for those who do like sedans and coupes, there's still some nice pre-owned examples like this to find. And really, they're not that expensive on the pre-owned market. Nice lacquer, black piano finish. This one has a navigation system. It's a little bit of obviously older navigation system, but it still works. Backup camera, nice alloy wheel package. We do have to give up a little bit of trunk space for the sake of the hybrid battery. It resides in there. That's just the only place really to put it, so you do have to give up a little trunk space versus a non-hybrid Fusion, but a small sacrifice to make for getting 40 miles per gallon on the city and highway. That is amazing for a vehicle this size. Well, thanks for joining us on this walk-around video of this 2015 Fusion SE Hybrid with only 60,000 miles. A really nice example. I'm sure it will sell fairly quickly. Thanks for watching. We're Way Scarff Ford. We've been in business 103 years. We've been proudly serving the greater Seattle, Tacoma area. Located in Auburn, Washington, we sell new Fords, new Isuzus, and a very wide variety of pre-owned vehicles. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.